Hey everybody, this is Michelle Goldstein with Heart Alchemy Yoga, and we're filming today at the Springs in downtown LA's Arts District. And today we're just going to do another short flow to add to our series of short flows to get your body moving. We're getting lots of great response from you guys on these, so I'm glad you're enjoying them. Let's go ahead and get started and come to Child's Pose. Just separate your knees a little wider than your hips and bring your toes together. Just begin to drop into your breathing and start to allow your breath to move in and out through your nose. And let your breath become smooth. And then come on up to your hands and your knees and tuck your toes under. Press yourself back to your first downward dog pose of your practice today. And just go ahead and take a few breaths here as you root your fingers down into the ground. And push up out of your shoulders. And inhale, shift forwards to plank position. And exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, over the toes, come to upward facing dog. And exhale, the hips draw back to downward facing dog pose. Lift your right leg up on an inhale, and exhale, softly step the right foot through to the front of your mat. Lower your left knee to the mat. Take the arms up for Anjaneyasana, low lunge position. Just see if you can get a little lift of the low belly so that you're not collapsing into the lower back. And deeply breathing, soften the shoulders, lift the heart up. And just one more breath here. Okay, lower the hands down to the ground. Tuck the back toes, lift the left knee up, step to down dog, lift the right leg back up again. Inhale, and exhale, hug the right knee into your chest, shift forward to plank. Inhale, back to down dog, lift your right leg up. Exhale, hug the right knee into your chest. Okay, one more time like that. Lift the right leg up on an inhale. Exhale, hug the right knee into your chest. And then come to plank pose. Inhale, both legs straight back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Lift your left leg up, inhale, and exhale, step the left foot through. Set your right knee down, and take the arms on up. Deeply breathing, hug the belly in, soften the shoulders. And feel the heart lift up without collapsing too much in the upper back, so keep the belly engaged. Then lower your hands down to the ground. Tuck the back toes, press back to down dog, lift the left leg back up again. Inhale. Exhale the left knee to your chest, shift to plank. Good. Inhale, back to dog, lift the left leg. Exhale, hug the left knee into your chest. One more time, lift the left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to the chest. And then just come to plank and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Deep, smooth, steady breathing. Good. Go ahead and bring your feet forwards to the front of your mat. And with your feet aligned, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up. And we'll keep it moving here. Exhale, fold in half. Come all the way down. Inhale, lengthen out. And exhale, vinyasa, step or jump back, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good, deep breath. Push up out of the shoulders, right? To activate those upper back muscles. Flex your thighs. And lift the right leg up, inhale. And exhale, softly step the right foot through to the front of your mat. Come up to crescent pose on the back toes. Reach the arms up, soften the shoulders. Then press your right leg straight for a few breaths and see if you can lengthen the tailbone down. Lift the frontal hip points up so that you're not in an arched back like this, but rather lengthening through the lower lumbar spine. And then you'll inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, the right leg straight. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, press the right leg straight. One more time, bend the right knee, and this time exhale the hands to your mat. Step back to plank and lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Lift your left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot through to the front of your mat. Come on up to crescent pose. So I always like to teach at least 1 or 2 neutral lunges before we move into the external poses like warrior 2 and triangle. So bring the right hip forward. So neutral means that the hips are in neutral and the legs are rotated in neutral as opposed to opening or turning inwards too much. Then inhale the left leg straight. Take a few breaths here. Get the length of your spine. Get the length of your spine. Honor the natural curve, but do keep the abdominal muscles engaged. And then inhale, bend your left knee. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Good. Again, inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Last time, bend the left knee. Big inhale. Exhale the hands to your mat. Step to plank and lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Deep breath. The whole practice of yoga is simply connecting the breath to the mind and to the body. Go ahead and bring your feet forwards to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, come to chair pose on the inhale. Fold forwards as you exhale. Lengthen out, flat back, inhale, and exhale, make your way back, chaturanga. So today we'll just do a warrior 1 flow to warm up. When you get to dog, step the right foot through, come up warrior 1 pose. Big breath in, bend the right knee. Exhale the hands down to your mat. Step back and lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the left foot through, warrior 1 pose. Come up for a breath, inhale. And exhale, release the hands, step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's do that again a few more times. Step the right foot through, warrior 1. Come up for a breath, inhale. Good, exhale, release to plank and lower it down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back. Left side step through. Come on up, warrior 1, inhale. Exhale, release to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back. Step the right foot through, come up, warrior 1. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, release to plank and lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Left side step through. Come up, inhale, warrior 1. And release to plank and lower down. Good. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. One more time. Right foot steps through. Come up. Warrior 1 pose. Inhale. Release to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back. Left foot steps through. Warrior 1. Come up. Big breath in. And release. Step to plank and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. So in just a few minutes, you can really get the heart moving. Keep the breath smooth. It's good to get the heart moving a little bit. Go ahead and bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Bend your knees, come to chair pose. And then fold forwards as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, vinyasa, make your way back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Step the right foot through, come up, warrior one. And let's go ahead and open right up to warrior two pose, warrior two. Reverse warrior, inhale. And then up and over to side angle pose for a few breaths. Sit down into the right hip. Hug that right hip into center. If you want to modify at home, you could take your right hand to a block. You could also take your right elbow to your right thigh. That's a nice variation. Just make sure that you can maintain the rotation of your spine. So if you're kind of down here with your heart facing down towards the ground, that's not really ideal. I suggest at that point you take it up a notch. You could even grab onto your ankle, but get enough space upwards that you can rotate the spine. Good. And then come back up to warrior two and lower the hands to your mat. Step back to plank and take a vinyasa, chaturanga. Good. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the left foot through. Come up, warrior one pose. And open up to warrior two. Okay. Then reverse warrior, inhale. An extended side angle pose on the exhale. So again, any variation or modification of extended angle that you like. It doesn't have to be exactly the same on both sides. In fact, it probably won't be. So just really honoring what we're working with in the moment. And then come on back up to warrior two. Release the hands to your mat, step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Okay, and then from here, we're just going to take a walk back to the feet. And you're just going to lift the right leg up. So you're in standing splits on the left side. Take your shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen your spine. Take the arms back into the shoulder sockets. Spread your toes. Then keep that right leg lifted. Walk yourself back out to a one-legged downward dog pose. Step the right foot all the way up to the front of your mat. Spin the back heel flat. Come up to warrior one. Open up to warrior two pose. Okay, press your right leg straight and come on in for triangle pose. Right hand reaches for the floor or a block on the outside of the right foot, or maybe just your right leg. Shoulders slide down the back. Flex your thighs. Breathe deeply. Good, and now we'll step up to half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Step up onto the right leg, flex the left foot, keep the belly engaged, soften your jaw. We're just going to play with the possibility of transitioning all the way up to tree pose at the top of your mat. So you'll come up onto the right leg, whoops, take the left foot to the right thigh, could look potentially much smoother than what I just demonstrated, or potentially not. It doesn't matter. The idea is not to fake some sort of perfection or even strive for perfection. The goal is to breathe regardless of what's happening. So if you can get that, then you're on to something good. You know, just if you fall breathing. And even better yet, fall smiling and breathing. You know, hopefully we're at least having fun with what we do. Now from here, step the right leg straight back to warrior one pose. Bend the right knee, reach the arms up. Okay, interlace your fingers behind your back and fold forwards into humble warrior. Allow your neck to soften. Hug that right hip into center. What can you relax right now? Just go ahead and let go of anything you don't need to hold on to. And then come on up to warrior one. Keep the right knee bent if you can. Release the hands down to your mat. Step to plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog pose. And from here, you're just going to walk your hands backwards to your feet and lift your left leg up so you're in standing splits on the right leg now. Take the arms up into the shoulder sockets and see if you can lift your belly up out of your hip crease so that you get maybe a little more extension in the lower back or the upper back. They work together. Then go ahead and walk yourself back to a one-legged dog. Step the left foot all the way up to the front of your mat. Spin the back heel flat. Come to warrior one pose on your inhale and open to warrior two pose on your exhale. And from here, straighten the left leg. Reach forwards through the left arm and take the left hand down for triangle pose. The breath is smooth and deep. Jaw is soft. Shoulders slide down the back. And the quadriceps engage, so the thighs flex. Then we'll step up to half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana, onto the left leg. Flex the right foot, spread your toes. And one of the best things that I think we could possibly learn is to just keep our sense of humor. Like, don't take anything too seriously or too personally. Come on up to tree at the top of your mat. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but it really makes life a whole lot lighter and more fun, in my opinion, when we're able to make light of a situation. Like, definitely don't take things too personally, because anything that's coming at you is coming at you through the perspective of somebody else. I mean, assuming that we're dealing with other people here. And so just to allow ourselves to stay really present means that we're staying really kind and loving with ourselves. Step back to warrior one. Interlace your fingers behind your back, fold forwards. And also kind and loving with other people, which can be very challenging when we're dealing with people who are not potentially or not necessarily the nicest people. You know, that's the reality. But as best we can to respond with humility and kindness. That said, with strength, like, you know, do no harm, but take no shit, right? Like, you're not going to put up with abuse, yet there's no need to abuse back. You know, it really is true that the eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. Come on up to warrior one, and we're learning to awaken to see. Exhale the hands down, step to plank, and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. And then just one little last bit, okay? Step the right foot through to the front of your mat. Come up to crescent pose. And from here, you're just going to take a prayer twist to the right. So bring the palms together in front of your heart. Left forearm over the right thigh. Extend out through the left heel. If this feels like too much for you, you can lower your left knee to the mat to modify. One more breath here. Okay, come back up to crescent. Use your abdominal muscles to support that transition. Release the hands to your mat. Vinyasa, step back, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Step the left foot through. Come up to crescent pose. And let's take a prayer twist to the left this time. Palms together at the heart. Right forearm cross over the left thigh. Stay with it. Keep breathing. You can get a lot done in a couple minutes when you really stay present and align your actions and your intentions. Okay, one more breath here. Come back to crescent pose. Big breath in. Bend the left knee. Release the hands to your mat, step to plank. Lower all the way down to the ground, release your toes. Okay, from here, bend your knees, catch your feet with your hands. And we'll come in for a bow pose here. Spread your toes. And just be mindful that you don't let your knees splay open too wide. So you want the legs about hips apart here. Now kick the feet into the hands. And lift up into bow. Kick the feet higher. Keep the back of the neck long. And bring the shoulder blades together onto your back. And then press the shoulder blades up into the back of your heart. One more breath. And then lower yourself down to the ground. And just make a pillow with your hands and feel your body rest. Okay, and let's go ahead and just flip over onto our backs. Come onto your back. Let's take thread the eye of the needle pose. Right ankle cross over the left thigh and come on in. I think I teach this pose a lot. First of all, I think it's one of the best things you can do for your body as far as stretching goes. It really helps to release the lower back and open the hips. But I also feel like when I don't have a lot of time to practice, which is, let's face it, probably 5 days a week out of my 7 days, I don't have much time to practice, but I want to practice. I feel like taking this pose, I can get the pose in, and as opposed to pigeon, when I'm in pigeon, I just like to stay a while. So this is a nice one to come into if you don't have a lot of time. If you'd rather take pigeon, then do that. And go ahead and switch sides. Of course, at home, you're also welcome to, hit pause and hang out in the pose for a while. Just gently allow your legs to come towards you. Soften your shoulders towards the floor. Good, and one last little something. Okay, go ahead and release and hug your knees into your chest. Release your arms and your legs to the floor and close your eyes. And just take a quick Shavasana, or a long one if you like. If you have more time, you could stay for longer. It's very important to allow your body to rest. That's when the real cellular repair begins to happen. And with conscious relaxation, which is what we practice in yoga, it becomes even more powerful. It's learning to skillfully relax and let go. And when you're ready, hug your knees into your chest again. Roll to your side and press yourself up to sit. Close your eyes, bring your palms together in front of your heart. This is one of the most important moments of the day. It's just that moment when we've connected the mind, the body, the heart, the breath, the spirit, and the energy that moves through us consciously. And lift your heart, bow your head to your inner teacher. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. This is Michelle Goldstein with Heart Alchemy Yoga, filming at the Springs in downtown Los Angeles. Please subscribe to Heart Alchemy Yoga channel on YouTube, and feel free to like and share the videos, comment on the videos. If you feel moved to send us special requests, if you like, you can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Instagram, and obviously you can find us here on YouTube. Thank you so much, you guys. Namaste.